Welcome to the ArdorSEO Real Estate Marketing Podcast. Join us as we explore the latest marketing trends in real estate, discuss effective tactics for driving leads, and provide actionable advice from some of the top realtors in the US to help you streamline and skyrocket your real estate marketing efforts. Tune in to the ArdorSEO Real Estate Marketing Podcast and take your real estate business to the next level.
Hello guys, here we are once again. Our guest today is Anatoly, the founder of Marketing 101, and he's helping you making your own mark in today's crowded digital landscape. Using the power of SEO, we'll see today how important it is to put yourself where your ideal customer is actively searching. Welcome to the show, Anatoly.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. And first of all, we do love a nice bit of story. So we're firm believers of facts tell, stories sell. So tell me, Anatoly, what is your story?
Well, I started Marketing 101 about 11 years ago. Basically, it kind of grew from me doing just web design as a side gig. I did used to manage the IT department and the online marketing department for one of the largest retailers for the e-commerce sites back in Oregon. So after that, I kind of moved on to LA and then wanted to start a side gig. Web design was the easiest because I did graduate from university with a programming degree. So it was easy for me to offer the businesses the websites and stuff like that. And then from there, I saw the need for them to also market those websites. And then a lot of them didn't have the budget to run Google AdWords, or the PPC or whatever else. So the SEO was the cheapest for them. So that's how I basically got into it. And then we turned into Marketing 101.
Nice. So from side gig to main gig, that's always good.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's briefly start by stating why SEO is important, right? Because it's not maybe for marketers and people in this industry. That's a question that is not often asked because it's clear. But for the real estate agents out there that are trying to improve their business, SEO may not be clear for them. So can you explain to us why SEO is important and why is it important to real estate?
Absolutely. So real estate is more of a local market. So with SEO, I believe SEO provides the best ROI compared to other channels, compared to like Google AdWords or everything else. It might be on par with the social media. Social media sometimes hit and miss depending on the city and the location too. But with SEO, it's basically you drive organic traffic, you drive organic leads. From our experience, SEO provides much better conversion compared to the other channels too. So I think it's very important, especially in the real estate market, which is very competitive. And, you have crazy cost per click when it comes to the Google AdWords, for example, if you try to advertise there. So SEO usually is the best way, as long as you have the patience for it.
Yeah, because like you need the patience, right? So like SEO is a long game. You don't get results overnight. And that's usually an issue because sometimes people, they do want to start SEO, but then they're impatient to get results, even if they're putting in the best practices. So what would you say to an agent that has been in this situation, for example, has been 3 months creating content for his website, trying to rank it on Google, and is either getting traffic but not then converting it into a lead, or not getting traffic at all, so pretty much not getting results? What would you tell them?
Yeah, I think the most important part about the SEO for them to understand is we're doing a comparison. SEO is more of like building a house compared to buying a ready to move in house. That would be compared to like Google AdWords, for example, right? With SEO, you kind of you have to go and look at it as a long game. If you just in it for a few months and you start seeing the improvements, and you rank it for some of the long tail keywords that might not be driving the conversions yet. You just have to stick it out. If you're looking for the leads and the instant traffic, then you kind of have to go for paid channels, which is Google AdWords, social media, or whatever else. But that doesn't mean those channels are going to convert. Even with Google AdWords, you still have to have at least 30 days of data, to properly optimize your campaign, for negative keywords and all that stuff. So even those channels, you might be getting the instant traffic, but it doesn't mean that traffic is going to be qualified to convert. With real estate being such a high ticket industry, it's pretty much with SEO, it's just a long game, and you have to be patient. There's no other way around it.
On our side, we used to say that basically paid traffic in social media is a one-night stand, and SEO is marriage. So it's pretty much, you can have all the one-night stands, but they're going to be gone. But then marriage is something that you need to nurture, something you need to have patience, and it's gonna be lasting for your whole life. I mean, definitely. I hope.
Definitely.
So how does one determine which keywords are most valuable for a real estate website?
Well, it all comes down to the keyword research. You got to see what people are interested in your specific area. So, for example, a lot of people might be interested in, houses under $500,000, depending on the area you live in, right? So, in most cases, if you try to build out the content, you have to see what people, again, are searching for, like for the FAQ questions, should I rent or buy instead, or whatever else that you could answer and educate the people on, and drive the traffic. And then start, of course, if it's a brand new website, it's best to start with the long tail keywords, so you can get some traction with the SEO rankings before you start trying to go after, the broad terms like houses for sale in my area or whatever else. So yeah, keyword research is obviously the first step that you will do in SEO. And then the way you would determine it again is looking at your competitors, see what they are ranking for, and doing just the basic search in Google.
Yeah, it's a known process that just needs to be followed, right? It's not, and no one is inventing the wheel here.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when it comes to that, you are pretty aware of the current trends, right? Even with the AI being a tool to generate content, would you advise real estate agents to produce content with AI, or is there anything hidden that no one is telling us about?
I mean, AI is a good tool to kind of give you a baseline when you create the content, but you still have to proofread it. You still have to add your, human touch to it. A lot of the times when you create content with the AI, they get the facts completely wrong. So, for example, you can have an article about, rental market in a specific area, and it's going to tell you, oh, the rental market is up, 50%, when in reality it's not, or it will tell you that the houses that are selling, it's 30% up or 40% down or whatever else. So one thing that we notice with AI, at this point, you cannot really get the facts right. So you always have to proofread it. You always have to add the human touch. You actually, have to go through the article instead of just, copy and pasting that whatever AI created and then thinking that, it's going to be good quality and then engage the visitor with it. So.
Yeah, so we're still more intelligent than it. No, it's
definitely.
no, I agree. I agree with you. Like it's an amazing tool to get things done quicker and more efficiently. Right, it goes straight to the point. But if you want quality content on your website, that Google will take it as truthful. Like you need to add your touch and proof data, that, like Anatoly said. One thing that is very important and it is part of SEO as well in real estate is the Google My Business, right? So Google loves Google properties. Google My Business is a Google property. So if you're a real estate agent and you don't have a Google My Business, you're basically taking a nap every day. So are there any, and if you have a Google My Business and it's not very good, it's equally bad. So do you have any specific tips for optimizing listings on Google My Business and other local directories?
Yeah, definitely. So for Google My Business, I think, constantly updating your listing as far as the posts go, sharing new properties, whatever else is pretty important. One thing that we also see that the engagement with the Google My Business is kind of like a ranking factor. So, 4 years ago, you could just, get some reviews, do some citations, and all of a sudden, number one in Google My Business. So it seems like it's not the case anymore. So you could see that some of the businesses with, 20 reviews outranking the businesses that have, 100 reviews. So it seems like one of the ranking factors that drives that is like social engagement. So for real estate agents, we also always tell them, maybe if you have a build out page on like Facebook or Instagram or whatever, don't just link it to your website or whatever else you link it to, but also if you do link it within the post to your website, also include the Google My Business page within that Facebook post or Instagram or whatever else you do. And it seems like that helps drive the rankings for the Google My Business pages.
Yes, and yeah, like this is so important. I'm not gonna say as important as the website because it's gonna bring up a discussion, but it's like when it comes for being a real estate agent, having a real estate team or a real estate office, the Google My Business is super important because it would be the thing that flashes first in whoever is searching on Google, right? Because you have the list of websites, and then you have the Google My Business on the right side, and the Google My Business as images, as the stars that are yellow, and the color yellow brings out attention. The photos brings out attention, so they'll see that first before they see the link on the website. So it is super, hyper, mega important.
Definitely. And not only that, but with the real estate industry, pretty much the first like 3 to 4 results are won by Zillow, by Redfin, by all the big sites. So kind of hard to break into the top 3 within the real estate industry. But at least with Google My Business, you have a better chance of getting there before the user hit actually the organic results.
Nice. So please, if you're listening right now and you don't have a Google My Business, go put in the work, please. So, and speaking of which, so we're talking about this. So imagine there's an agent out there and he wants to get started on SEO. What would you say it is a good process for them to follow, or how do they start?
Well, I mean, obviously the first thing is to make sure that their website is properly structured, that it's fully built out. Once that is done, obviously the keyword research. After the keyword research, making sure that the home page everything is complete. Then, of course, obviously, we're moving on to the off page. For the off page, the one thing is in order for them to kind of get the quality links and to stand out, they have to make themselves unique compared to other real estate pages. Just as an example, right? So, for example, one thing they can do is they can create a Facebook group that is specifically niched for their local audience. So, for example, if they see that most of the local audience in their city that they try to promote is interested in houses under 500,000, so they could create a Facebook group, saying houses under 500,000 in Los Angeles or something like that, just as an example, and then get traction on that group, and then also share their properties, their listings, and then hopefully those people will reshare and everything else, which will get them some social media traction and some backlinks, even though Facebook and whatever else is no following. So another thing is maybe they could stand out by there is actually one real estate agent. So what he does is he will let you use his truck if you buy a house from him for your move. And what it got him on a local news station. So saying, oh, look at this real estate agent who actually bought a moving truck, and he let his customers use it, if they buy a house from him for their move. So that got him a bunch of exposure and backlinks, of course, which, as a off-page SEO, and bumped him up pretty good in the local SEO rankings. So yeah, you just, if you starting new, you just have to, kind of try to go viral, try to differentiate from other real estate agents and do whatever they do in the same thing, and just try to be different.
Yeah, I really like that moving truck idea. I think if someone is listening, they'll definitely take that idea and use it for them. But yeah, as you said, like I asked like how to get started, and you mentioned a lot of things, right? And it is exactly like that. It is a big universe, and but might as well get started yesterday than in 5 years. And you can see, as Anatoly said, that there is a lot to do. So tell me, Anatoly, how can people get a hold of you and find out more about you, find out more about marketing 101?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you guys can visit our website, which is digitalmarketing1on1.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, pretty much everywhere. So if you just type in marketing 101 in Google, you'll get our information.
Nice. Well, Anatoly, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on the Ardor Real Estate Marketing Podcast. I always like to talk about SEO, and I hope that the agents out there are a bit more enlightened to the power of SEO.
Sounds good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.